What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and this is your breaking news update, stimulus check update, stimulus package update, and debt ceiling crisis update. And right now, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi is trying to accommodate centrist, moderate Democrats, trying to get down the overall price tag of the stimulus package. However, they're not cooperating. They are not telling her what price they will do, and they're delaying out the process. And at the same time, she's feeling the pressures of the entire Democratic Progressive Caucus that is saying they are ready to revolt in the name of stimulus and wreck the infrastructure bill and the entire Biden agenda. Well, you guys, take a look. It looks like she has had enough, and it looks like she's going to be flipping the arrival times once again. Just came out less than 24 hours, changing again. Take a look, you guys. Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Wednesday said the stonewalling by the Senate centrists has completely disrupted the Democrats' timeline for moving President Biden's domestic agenda, leaving open the possibility that the House will punt once again on the infrastructure vote scheduled for Thursday. She said if the votes are not there, she will not take it up. She had said Monday, September 27th, changed it to Thursday, broke the stimulus infrastructure package apart for human infrastructure, saying it would be delayed as a possible way to include the debt ceiling increase measure, and that infrastructure could be taken up now. Thursday, however, progressives in their revolt have been successful, as they're saying they will wreck it, and she's saying she doesn't want to bring it to the floor. Take a look. Pelosi said that she still intends to stage the infrastructure vote on Thursday, but acknowledged her power as Speaker to delay it if needed. And she said, "We will take it one step at a time." Now, you guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the video footage so you can see it for yourself. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to date on everything that's happening right now with stimulus, infrastructure, a government shutdown, and a potential for the first time ever in history, a U.S. default on debt. Don't forget to take a second, if you appreciate these updates, to smash the like button. Just takes a second. Really helps out the channel a ton. Leave your comments. Share this out. If this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff. Come join the Ram fam. And if you got any specific questions that you want me to answer, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, which is by far the best way to get a hold of me. But with that being said, you guys, take a look at this video footage coming out today.
Speaker Pelosi and progressives, though, are still threatening to block this bill by the end of today. Can you still move forward with the vote tomorrow?
Well, we take it one step at a time.
That sounds like
you're the one started this, so what do you
okay, so two quick questions. I just want to clarify what you just said. Legislative language, you want legislative language on reconciliation before you bring up the infrastructure bill, right? That's what you just, I just want to confirm what I'm...
As we're doing it simultaneously.
Yes, okay. On the debt limit, there are clearly some issues on passing the standalone today. Are those solved? Are you convinced they will be solved?
We'll proceed in a way. We have to get it done. So what I always like to do is, what is it we must do? Now let's engineer back from that. And that's what we're doing.
Do Manchin and Sinema need to sign off on this legislative language by tomorrow for this infrastructure vote to move forward?
We're not talking about a timetable on them. One of the things that I said that I can't keep a commitment that the Senate has made impossible to do. But what I have also said is we're not proceeding with anything that doesn't have agreement between the House and the Senate. And that's where we're working. I mean, we could pass a bill any time. We can pass a bill any time. But if it doesn't have the support of the Senate, then where are we? You know, we have to have something that has both sides in the interest of the American people, first and foremost, what it means to them, as well as it's time saving just to do it together.
You're not ruling out possibly delaying the vote tomorrow?
We will have... I said we'll have the vote tomorrow. We'll have the vote now.
Wow, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi trying to choose her words carefully right there. And take a look, asked a second time.
Madam Speaker, will you still move forward with the vote on Thursday?
So Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, she is not committing to having a vote done, and asked if she would move it back, she's not answering. And what we're hearing is that she is very fed up with centrist moderates not accommodating the negotiations. She's actually trying to help them, work with them to try to get everybody on the same page, and they're not doing it. And we're hearing that she will likely delay out this vote because she doesn't want to bring the infrastructure bill to the floor to fail, as progressives are saying that they will wreck it. Take a look, you guys.
There is no agreement on that larger economic package. You will vote no for the bipartisan package on Thursday.
I would vote no, and so would 50 others.
That's right. Progressives are revolting against Democratic leadership. Take a look. Progressive uprising marks an existential moment for Democrats, and we're hearing that this is not just the House of Representatives, it's also the Senate. Take a look, you guys. Bernie Sanders: I strongly urge my House colleagues to vote against the bipartisan infrastructure bill until Congress passes a strong reconciliation bill. And he says, if you bring that infrastructure without stimulus and it makes its way to the Senate, I will wreck it for them as well. So you guys, progressives, have band together to try to stop this. Now, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, take a look, you guys. Link in the description below. This literally just came out less than an hour ago from the time of this recording. Pelosi leaves the room to delay infrastructure vote. Now, I read that first part for you already. She also repeated her intention to not bring legislation to the floor that does not have the votes for passage. Leaders of the Congressional Progressive Caucus say half of the group is prepared to vote against the infrastructure bill unless the larger social spending bill moves forward tandem. And here's why, you guys, because if that infrastructure bill fails, we've received word from moderate Democrats in the Senate that once stimulus is ready and it goes on to the Senate, that they will wreck stimulus. So essentially, if one of these fails, the other one will fail as well, and everything could fall apart. Now, also, we're looking at a potential government shutdown tomorrow at midnight. And also, for the first time ever, a historic event could take place. The United States could default on its debt if they do not raise the debt ceiling. And right now, we're hearing likely the only way that that is going to happen is for them to include it in the $3.5 trillion reconciliation stimulus bill. However, by them doing that, the process of reconciliation is a very lengthy and in-depth process. They're saying it could take them 3 to 6 weeks to do so. And they're saying even if they put that measure in that stimulus bill, they still might not make the deadline. Now, nobody knows when the United States is going to be running out of money, but we're hearing that Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is saying it's going to be sometime around October 18th. Now, reading on, Pelosi noted that while the House Budget Committee has already approved the blueprint for the larger social spending bill, which is the second piece of Biden's legislative wish list, the Senate moderates, balking at the $3.5 trillion price tag, have stalled progress on the broader two-pronged agenda. And I'm going to be sharing with you some video footage of what Senator Joe Manchin had to say with his negotiations with Pelosi. Now, take a look. In the meantime, there was this, oh my gosh, we can't go to that number, Pelosi said, invoking the Senate holdouts. Well, that completely sets off the timetable. Delaying that vote would be sure to infuriate moderate Democrats who are fighting for immediate approval of the Senate-passed bipartisan infrastructure bill and want a promise from Pelosi that it would be done this week. Now, you guys, we're hearing that they're going to be bringing it up Thursday, but now it's going to get pushed off. And they're saying it's because they're trying to bring stimulus first, and they're trying to negotiate with Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, asking them, what is your number? What can you tell us so that way we can present it to progressives and see if we can get this all wrapped up and done tomorrow? And what we're hearing is they're not giving any answers to that. Take a look, you guys, actually from Senator Joe Manchin himself.
He said that they need by tomorrow legislative language agreed to. That means
that won't happen. That won't happen.
That won't happen? Why is that?
No, listen, we're not. We haven't been negotiating yet in good faith. No one's been negotiating along those lines with the other party to see what would be acceptable. So all we need to do is pass the bipartisan infrastructure bill, sit down and start negotiating in good faith. That's it.
You have a top line figure the White House said is willing to accept?
No, we haven't talked about figures at all. Let's talk about the need of our country.
Wow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As we just saw Senator Joe Manchin today say there's no sense of urgency, nobody has discussed the top line number, and no, there's no arrival time that I need to get this by tomorrow. So, man, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This means that if the infrastructure bill is taken up tomorrow, it's very likely that progressives will derail this and fail this bill, which means when stimulus is ready and it arrives in the Senate, that moderate Democrats will fail the bill as well. So it looks like if Nancy Pelosi is not going to be bringing up a bill that's going to be failing, as we heard her say, then she is going to have to change the arrival time of these bills. And also, Keep in mind the fact that we are staring at a potential government shutdown and for the first time ever a U.S. default, and we're hearing that all efforts in the Senate right now have failed to try to avert this, to expedite the process to get a stopgap funding bill in place. And right now the only option might be to put a debt ceiling increase into the stimulus bill, which will delay the delivery for 3 to 6 weeks. And if stimulus and infrastructure are tied together, that means everything could be getting delayed for an additional 3 to 6 weeks from right now, you guys. So I will be sure to keep you up to date as more information rolls out. It seems to be coming out by the hour. I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button if you appreciate these updates. Leave your comments down below. Share this out. If this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, come join the viewing community, come join the RAM fam. I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff: stimulus, Congress, the economy, unemployment, anything having to do with our country and our money. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, which is by far the best way to get a hold of me. And yes, I go through all those DMs. Might take me a while because I get a lot of them, but I'll go through and I will do my best to respond to any questions that you got and help you out. And also, always use caution here on YouTube because I get a ton of comments and scammers come in. They take my picture, they put Steve Ram as the name, and they claim they're me, and then they say, contact my assistant on WhatsApp, and then they ask for you to give them personal information or send them money. You guys, I'm not here for that. I'm just here to get you caught up on the latest, so please don't fall for that. Contact me on Instagram. But with that being said, you guys, hope this reaches you well. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.